What's up, everybody? Today, as you can see by the title and the game, if you're not blind, we're playing Project Kaiju. I was planning to show off Megalon, but the issue is I had literally, like, no tokens or currency in any shape or form. But shout out to the Blade Ninja for donating $5 on my stream and giving me a whole bunch of coins in-game. For those who don't know, Blade is the owner of this game. I'm just running around as Boggin, but, let's show off Megalon. So here he is. The model looks absolutely amazing. Though he is a little bit too buff, it might just be me going nuts. I am a Megalon fanatic, so yeah. But other than that, this model is absolutely amazing. I really don't have anything else to add on, maybe except like just make the spikes come out a little bit like more like that way. That's really about it. As you see, he has a walking animation. He of course has a running one, where he just kind of looks like a thug. Now let's go over his attacks. His Z is a little punch and swirl thing, yeah. His X is a little dig in the ground, where he presumably does area damage.
It's a bear gun guy. I don't do any research for any of these videos.
His C is his beam, which, you know, of course, you can aim. Here's his left click. Like all the Kaiju in this game, he does have a grabbing ability where he picks up and, you know, throws around his enemy. He also has a block, that being his F. And he can, of course, burrow when you hit your spacebar. Now, you do have to be under the ground for around 2 seconds, it looks like. But then you can keep going until your energy's out. And as you can see, he's a very fast burrower. My main question is, does he swim fast? Because he is the guardian of Seatopia, and at least in the movies, he can swim at Mach 4. So let's see. Well. Of course, he has a whole bunch of skins, so let's show those off. Starting off with his classic look, which seems to just be reminiscent of the posters that are black and white from the movie, and he looks phenomenal. Here's his Midnight skin. I can't quite recall if this is actually based on anything. I don't believe it is. But there are quite a few skins that are based on some old, random, niche media. This one's actually probably one of my favorites. I love really anything dark blue like this. And, you know, Megalon being my favorite Kaiju along with Baragon. This is, you know, easily awesome for me. Here in front of you is Seone. This is based off the Godzilla Domination video game, where Megalon, for some reason, is teal and purple. But no complaints. This one is also really, really cool. And also, of course, his roar. It sounds amazing. Wait a second. This recolor is called Brother. And now that I look at it, it looks like this might be based off of the Treadmasters Megalon, which I'm lucky enough to own. If it is based off of that, all that... If it is based on the Treadmasters one, it does need some highlights of purple. And his claws need to be more yellow, but I could also be entirely wrong and just be yapping. Next up is Heart. Now, out of all of them, this one actually might be my favorite, which I'm probably going to end up saying 3 more times. This one is based off of Godzilla Heart-Pounding Monster Island, one of the most underrated Godzilla video games ever. And it just fits so well on Megalon. Besides Megalon's actual colors from the movie, when it comes to reappearances in video games and other media, Heart-Pounding Monster Island is probably one of my favorite looking Megalons. Next up is Vision. I have no idea what this one's based off of, so, it's, pretty cool. It was Beetle, and, moving on. Next up was Primal, and again, moving on. Next up, the one you've all been waiting for, Mecha Megalon. Yeah, for those who don't know, there actually is a Mecha Megalon. It was in a toy card series pack thing back in the day. I actually have the Yeti Man card. I'm actually trying to find the Mecha Megalon at some point, probably at G-Fest. What I find even cooler is that they have the prototype Mecha Megalon, because there was regular Mecha Megalon on the cards, but also prototype, which is instead of, I guess, silver, it's like more copper-ish, or maybe bronze, I don't know. But again, it looks phenomenal. Oh, flashbang! Next up is Subjugate. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's really cool in its own sense, but as someone who, like, loves Megalon, seeing it in such a, like, robotic kind of way, I know we just went over Mecha, but that's, like, you know, a funny shitpost. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. And then finally there's Conquer, which is just a green Subjugate. Overall, it's a really well put together Kaiju, though I do have some recommendations for reskins. 2 reskins that I think would do really well would just be an all-blue Megalon, as a reference to Godzilla vs. 3 major monsters, because that's the first Godzilla game ever. So as a Kaiju game like PK, I think referencing the first ever Kaiju game would be pretty cool. And then also maybe instead of one of the Beetle or Primal ones, they have concept art Megalon as a skin, where he looked much different. But yeah, overall PK Megalon is a solid 9 out of 10. I'm saying that because I'm very biased to Megalon. Let me know if you guys want to see more PK content. I'd be happy to show off this game as well. Anyways, everybody, I hope you guys enjoy. And as always, everyone, eat your lemons. Paragon Guy out. See ya.
I created a monster, 'cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some